to introduce all of you this evening to our merchant services info session. So what we're going to do first is I have the honor of introducing our Vice President of Business Development, Ms. Tammy Stroud. She's an absolute rock star. You guys are really getting to know her. Some of you have met her in person, and it's an honor to be working with her. And what she's going to do is she's going to take care of the first half of this training and go through with you all the details, about merchant services, what it means for the clients. And then I'm going to come back on at the end and share with you how to sell it and what it means for each and every one of you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our VP of Business Development, Ms. Tammy Stroud.
Hey guys, I'm excited, Debbie Lee. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be launching merchant services. This has been a long time in the works for everyone. It's a great product. It's something that's been really heavily anticipated. So we're excited to be here today to give you more information, find out what additional information we can be providing that just makes it easier for you to get this in front of your potential clients, make their lives better, continue to provide savings for them. Okay, so what are merchant services? You might be asking yourself that. It's not a term that I was super familiar with either, not having been a retail business owner, but any business that makes sales online or in a store that's going to charge a customer through traditional methods, credit card processing in any way, they're going to require a merchant services platform in order to process those payments. Our program is offering the best in class technology to provide that service. There's no cost to the business for this technology, for this merchant services processing that we have through our partner. It's a complete pass-through to the customer. And so a very easy conversation to have. If they have any out-of-pocket expenditure for those merchant services, that processing fees with the vendors that they have, then you've got really good news for them because you've got a great alternative. And so the technology options include the three really traditional types of merchant services platforms, including the terminal machines, the online gateway for processing, and then the full service point of sale systems with reporting. So why choose our services over other traditional merchant services providers? There are lots. We had many options for whom to partner with, and we chose a fantastic one. So our service, like I mentioned, there's no fee to the merchant for the credit card and cash transactions at all. And our teams, our processor works with the business to make sure they're passing through those charges to the customer. They're small, they're incremental, but they add up quickly. And so where they can pass that through, it's a huge win. They don't necessarily have to pass that through in the product. So it's top of the line technology. It's tailored to that individual business needs. So I mentioned the three types of processing stations that they traditionally have, and where there is, as you can see in the picture, where there's hardware involved, our processor they run the gamut. They've got every type, every size system that could be used. If you find businesses that right now are running a system, our processor is going to have an alternative for them with updated equipment, probably better technology and more advanced service on top of being able to pass the services through. So 100% compliant cash discount surcharge program. This vendor is PCI compliant. And so that was another big one for us. It's going to be important to your clients that we're working with a compliant processor, and we are. And so of course, the sign up is quick and easy for you, for your client. The process is super simple, and that just allows us to get that information in the hands of the subject matter experts who can get that closed for you, get money in your pockets quickly and in the pockets of your clients. So a little about our partner. I've alluded to just how great they are, how robust their services are, but we've really chosen a great one. They're one of the largest in the nation. They are a publicly traded company, so very compliant, heavily audited, very regulated. Our partner holds the title of the 7th largest non-bank processor in the States, which is fantastic. They do business internationally. Our vendor's been recognized for outstanding customer service, and their customer service team is US based. This particular vendor has over nearly 600 employees with $55 billion in annual revenue, or annual volume, I'm sorry. And as I mentioned, one of the largest non-bank merchant acquirers in the United States with 515 million annual transactions. So these guys, they know what they're doing. They've got over 200,000 merchant accounts and clients right now live. That number grows every single day. So we've chosen someone who can very solidly service your clients. And I mentioned the process also. It was very important to us that we worked with someone that gave us a couple of things. One would be ease of enrollment, and two would be transparency in that process so that we can follow that lead and make sure we know the status start to finish. And we've accomplished that with this partner. Their process is simple, super hassle-free. When the customer expresses the interest to you in the merchant services, it's now in our shopping cart online. We'll speak more to that shortly, but they can get online, they select merchant services, and that's it. That's all that we really need to do. If they've got a copy of their last merchant processing bill, that's always a great way to make sure they're serious, the intent's there. We have much stronger close rates with clients who pass that information on, so that our team that takes that lead runs with it. They know exactly what the client's working with and what they're up against in form of technology and then fees. You get that client enrolled online easily through the checkout process, and then that customer's information is immediately provided over to our merchant processing service group. So it goes directly into the hands of the subject matter experts, and they immediately turn around within 24 hours, probably a whole lot less than that, to provide any additional information that client is going to need to make a decision. So our merchant processing team is going to be answering the tougher questions on the product, really, getting into the details on types of systems and reporting available, those kinds of things. Once that merchant processing vendor has the information, they provided it to the customer, they have a very quick and simple closing process. They've alluded to 48 hours being some of the turnaround time for getting everything that they need to get the sale closed. I mean, that's from start to finish. And so that's very, very quick. They submit the final documentation and contracts to the customer and get it closed. And then depending on the needs of the customer, their service can be finalized and active literally within days, which is great news to you because you're going to get the active points and you're going to get paid once they're invoiced. So we've got a good one for you, a quick, easy process and a great provider that can turn this around for us quickly. Okay, Nick, we'll talk about how to sell this, right? The good stuff, the easy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for that info, Tammy. I think it's very good for the field to understand who our partner is in this and how they are like literally one of the best in the entire country. And it's just an honor to be doing business with them and for them to, be excited about doing business with us as well. Don't you agree? They're excited about doing business with us. So,
definitely.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Okay, excellent, guys. So here's where we get into selling this. And so the first thing I want to talk about, and Tammy alluded to this, is the fact that they are the experts, right? Would you agree that I'm not a merchant service expert and most of you on this call are not as well, but they are. And so this is a true, did I do something? No, I'm good. A true peak and pass scenario. Okay, this is something that you want to get this into our partners' hands as soon as physically possible, right? You don't want to be there, talking to your friend who owns a business and trying to sell them on this. You want to pass this to our partners as quick as possible. So we like to call this the ultimate peak and pass product, right? You just simply share a resource with them, and I'll go through what those resources are here shortly. We have them all up and running already. And have our commercial customer select the product during the checkout. And ladies and gentlemen, just like all of our other Viv services, there is no upfront cost to the customer. How cool is that? I think this is the only company that I've ever been involved with personally, at least, that there's no upfront cost for them to become our customer. I absolutely love that. So it falls in line perfectly with the theme of Viv. At that point, our merchant services vendor will take care of finalizing the sale and closing your prospects. They'll answer any questions that they have. They'll make sure, like Tammy said, that this is the perfect fit for them, and they will get them up and running. You don't have to be the expert, right? Just pique their interest and pass them along to our team. And I think that should be very reassuring for every single one of you on there, watching right now, those of you with us live, which by the way, great turnout for this, ladies and gentlemen. We've got people all over the country on this right now, and also watching on the Facebook live. But you don't have to be the expert, and I love that, because it's not like you have to go to merchant services school to be able to sell this. You could just simply walk into your friend's restaurant or gas station or whatever business and say, hey, how would you like to zero out your merchant processing fees? What do you mean? Yeah, just here, let me take you through the process. I'm gonna have somebody reach out to you, and they'll tell you all the info on it. So it's a great tool, guys. So here's some of the resources that we have available for you right now. So the very first thing you're gonna wanna do is share our merchant services flyer from your outreach app. Okay, you can see it down there in the bottom right-hand corner. It's right there on your outreach app under resources. Okay. And you can find this also in your virtual back office under resources, resource library, and it's right there under commercial products. Okay, so you've got two ways to access this flyer, get it to them. If I were you, I would definitely use the rapid funnel link, obviously, because you can track if they watched it or not, if they looked at it. Okay, and it'll show them exactly what they need to know, at least to be interested enough to go through a free checkout and a free consultation. I mean, guys, that's just an absolute no-brainer, right? So you just have them select net zero merchant processing during the checkout. Now, at the end of this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up a website and show you guys exactly what the shopping cart looks like and how that works. So this is a quick flash of the flyer, the merchant services flyer. Okay, it basically highlights all of the selling points for your prospective customers. Okay, so again, you don't need to be the expert here at all. And this doesn't even give them a lot of detail. See, the whole point of this is to give them enough to pique their interest enough to want to find out more details. And that's when you pass the ball and get them into the hands of the experts. Okay, it gives details about the types of technology our programs offer, like the bottom three there, the terminal machines, online gateways, point of sale systems. It shares how easy of an enrollment process it is as well. And again, you can find this in the commercial products category in the resource library or in product details in your outreach app. Okay, so this flyer, guys, get this out to every single business owner you know, or you come across, or just meet. You know what I mean? Just meet. You could be in a restaurant or someplace, a gas station, and the owner might happen to be there, and you could say, hey, you know what? Do you pay a lot of money for your merchant service processing? Yeah, I do. Of course, he's going to say, yeah. Well, great. How would you like it if I could show you a way to zero that out and put that all on your bottom line? Okay, I think that's a no-brainer. So, guys, that's how you sell it. Now let's get into what it means for you. What are your commissions on merchant services? Guy, who's excited about this? If you are excited about commissions, put some dollar signs in the chat right now, whether you're on Facebook or you're on live Zoom with us here. I'm watching on Facebook as well. We've got a ton of people on there. So throw me some dollar signs. There we go. Into the chat right now if you are excited about the commissions, because if I were in the field, I would be super stoked to find out what you're getting. So, all right, I think that's good. I think that's enough excitement for me to keep going. So let's talk about your commissions. So guys, this is the very first product, service, whatever you want to call it, that Viv has ever offered that offers a direct cash monthly residual. Okay, I know for a fact that 99% of people get into our industry to earn residual income. And we have a great residual program based on points, right? You can collect points and you can get paid your weekly paycheck, which is your residual based on your rank. But now we're going to throw an extra into this mix. Yes, you are going to get points for merchant. Okay, so just stand by, you'll find out. But we're also going to pay cash monthly residuals, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that is absolutely incredible to share with you today. You're going to earn points to help you qualify for additional commissions and rank advancement, right? Because your points determine your rank, and your rank determines your weekly check, like Kevin Marino always says, right? And then the more they save, the more you earn. Okay, so I love that. Again, this falls perfectly in line with what we have always been doing and have always offered here in Viv. So let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about your actual cash residuals. So what we're going to do is you're going to get, as the enrolling consultant, you're going to receive 33% of the ARR. ARR means actual revenue received. Okay, so that's you're going to get 30% of the revenue that Viv as a company receives straight into your pocket. Okay, and then we're going to also throw 10% more into the power team. Okay, so now if you're a team builder and you have people going out and getting merchant accounts along with everything else we do, you're going to get overrides on that as well. Okay, in the form of your power team pay. So guys, this is so if you're a leader on the line, definitely start promoting this to your team. Get them all out there, promoting this and talking about this to their the business owners that they know. And then in addition to the cash residual we're going to give you, we're also going to give you a point for every single merchant service customer through Net Zero. Okay, so you're going to get one PCP to the referring consultant, and then obviously a personal point counts as network points that flow all the way up. So if you're a leader on the line and you've got hundreds or even thousands of people all going out getting merchant accounts, guys, those points will add up. Okay, those points will add up. So not only we're going to give you cash commission, but we're also going to give you points that'll add towards your rank and your weekly paycheck. Okay, so very, very exciting stuff. And again, 1 point might not seem like a lot, but number one, that's where we're going to start. We got to keep it safe. And if we see room in the future to give you more points, we will do that. Obviously, I think we've already proven that to everybody by adding more money, adding more points than have ever been there before. And then in addition, you're getting that point. So build your team big, get thousands of people on your team that acquire thousands more or tens of thousands of customers, and your points are going to add up quickly, ladies and gentlemen. So very, very exciting stuff. So let's give a quick example, just so this can be real in your mind, right? So here's a quick example. Let's say you know a business that does about $1 million a year in credit card transactions. So $1 million annually in credit card transactions. What does that mean? Well, for you as the referring consultant, you would earn approximately $150 a month or $1,800 annually, okay, per merchant account that you hook up. And again, you can go out and get as many as you want. And then the power team commission will earn approximately $50 a month or $600 a year in power team commissions, okay, power team pay. Now, that's just for one business that does $1 million a year in credit card transactions. Let's step this up a little bit. I'm going to set some more goals with you guys. What if your goal is you're going to say, I'm going to go out and get 2 merchant accounts per month for 1 year. Okay. I'm going to go out and get 2 merchant accounts for 1 year. And guys, that is not a lot. 2 per month. That's nothing, right? If I were you, I'd be going out and getting 10 or 20 of them per month, right? But let's just say 2. If you went out and got 2 accounts of this size per month for 12 months, that would make 24 total merchant accounts, which means you would be receiving $3,600 per month in cash residual commission, which would equate to over $43,000 per year in cash residual commission on top of your weekly pay, on top of your sales bonuses, on top of your power team pay, and if you're a leader, on top of your leadership bonus pools. I mean, guys, this is an insane way to add money to your commissions right away. Okay, and so I think that's a really cool example to really bring it home. Now, in the meantime, remember, we're only talking about merchant in this specific info session, but guys, what if this was the way in the door to a business? Well, we have an entire suite of services that they can use to save even more money. Don't you think if they were so happy about you hooking them up and zeroing out their processing fees that they wouldn't take another minute to check out everything else we have, right? So imagine getting them on bill auditing. Imagine getting them on bill negotiation, maybe even switching their energy or installing energy efficiency technology in their business. And then to top it all off, hey, did you get your ERC credit back from the government yet? No, what's that? Oh boy, let me show you, right? And so guys, I think this is an incredible way to get your foot in the door. And don't just talk about merchant services and stop right there. Keep it going. And our commercial team will help you to do that as well. So what I want to do is I actually want to show you guys live what the checkout process looks like. Tammy, do you want to talk on anything else that I might have missed before I show them live?
No, I don't think so. This has been pretty comprehensive. We've got some good questions coming in the chat, but other than that, I think we're good with the live show on this.
Okay, all right, great. So we'll get to some of those questions here in a second, but let's go through this process, guys. Does anybody does this website look familiar to anybody? I hope so, because it's all yours.
I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, this is crazy. This literally just went live a couple days ago, so we're really excited to share this with you guys because we've been waiting for a while for this. So same exact process as you're used to. Go to your replicated website, which is your webalias.justviv.com. Takes you right here. Your name's up in the corner, right? And then you're going to want to go to Get Started. Okay, click on Get Started. Now you all recognize this as well. You're going to throw in an email, right? So I'm just going to put a test email in here. I'm going to put that. Now watch this. This is where something changed. Now you can click business. Now you can click business, and then you can select your location. So I'm going to select Florida because that's where I am, and watch what happens when you hit continue. Ready? Ready? Drum roll. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. It's all of our commercial products that are available in that state. Okay. So I'm not saying that the commercial consultation form is irrelevant anymore. You can continue to use that if you want to, but guys, this process is up and running just like you're used to using for residential bills, right? Just where you're used to with residential bills. But now we have our full suite of commercial services under the business category in the shopping cart. All right. I see Mr. Kenny, Ed Kenny's excited about that. I'm sure you've been waiting for that for a while, sir. So yeah, go ahead and scroll down. Here in Florida, we offer natural gas. Okay. So that's part of it. And as you're going through this with the business owner, say, you know what, do you use any of these other services too? Here, just hit select. Just hit select. It's not going to cost you anything, right? Hit select. Let's keep going. All right. Watch this, guys. Boom. Scroll down a little bit farther. ERC, bill audit, net zero merchant processing, and then other commercial services. If they're curious about something, hit select. We'll find out if we can help them with it, right? And so everything you need is right there. So what I'm going to do now, and we also even have the savings bundles down here. Okay, all of our lifestyle services as well. So it's down there too. You might as well talk about it. But maybe they want to offer that in their place of business. Think about that. They might want to offer getaway travel program out of their business. You never know. Okay. So since we're talking about this is a merchant info session, let's talk about net zero. So I'm going to go ahead and click select. Okay. And then we're going to come back up and proceed to checkout. Notice, like it's always going to say zero. Okay. It's always going to say zero, guys. So don't worry about it. Come back up here, hit proceed to checkout, and then check this form out. Very, very simple. Company name, EIN, name, phone number, email address, blah, 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 all the normal stuff that you're looking for them to put in. Okay. Business details, what industry. So it's basically some of the same stuff that's on the commercial consultation form, but they're literally putting it into the checkout process, the enrollment checkout process. Okay. This is super exciting. So go through all this, have them answer these questions. Are there any other details to share about the business? You can also put in there, would love to know more about this, blah, blah, blah. I have some questions about this. Just throw any notes in there that you want. But then here's the cool part, guys. Right away, right there, that business can drag and drop their latest merchant statement right into the checkout process. So they just hit browse right here. Okay, pulls up the little folder thing, okay, that they can check out and upload their latest merchant statement. I'm sure on their work computer, they have their latest merchant statements, right? So just grab the most recent one, throw it in there. Okay, there is an option to provide it later, but I mean, if you're there and they're doing it, might as well upload it right now. It'll speed up the process, right? They're going to have to do it at some point, unless it's a really cold. This is the only time I would think of they might not do it. If it's a really cold lead, like you just met this business owner, and he's like, I don't know if I want to give, let me find out some more information first. Totally fine. Let our partner contact the business owner, talk to him about it, and then they'll get the merchant statement from that business owner. Okay. So check out now, boom, you're done. You got your lead in, your job is done, guys. Now imagine if you had said, hey, did you also get your ERC credit as well? You could have them throw that in there as well, guys. I mean, you could pick all of this stuff. You can pick employee retention. Hey, let's do an audit on all your bills. Okay. So let's do all three of them. Zero cost today, proceed to checkout. same information. Boom, boom, boom. You can actually get them to upload the documents they need for ERC right here in this checkout. This is insane. Okay, you can click here and get a list of the documents that are needed in that checkout process. Okay, it's really, really cool. This is actually the document that is sent to the business owner when they say, yes, I'd like to apply for my ERC. Okay, great. Here's the checklist. Get all these documents ready and we'll take them. But now, guys, they can do them right from the enrollment process. I think this is absolutely awesome. Bill audit info, same thing, whatever they need to do, and then net zero merchant processing. So I think this is really exciting, ladies and gentlemen. This is all coming together. Everything that we've talked about wanting to do and implement and get set up for each and every one of you to make this just a simpler process for not only you and not only us, but most importantly for the customer. Okay. So Tammy, do you want to come back on and we can, you might have been watching the chat. I was not, because I was focused on that.
You were.
That's exciting, isn't it?
It is.
All right, awesome. So you want to pick out a couple questions here?
Yeah, sure. I saw some really good ones. Let's talk about average credit card transactions. So the average credit card transaction is about $112, which sounds pretty high. You can get that broken down by card. I mean, it gets that granular, but it's about $112. And so, there are 1.01 billion credit card transactions processed every single day worldwide, which is a staggering number.
Let's get them all.
Yeah, I mean, 80% of customers use a card for transactions. Only about 10% of customers actually use cash exclusively. And so there's tons, I mean, just tons and tons of opportunity there for that. I did see a question about whether or not the commercial services team would be upselling customers if you put in for one service. And the short answer is yes. Yeah, we diplomatically and strategically do that. So Ashley and myself and the rest of the team, when we take care of a customer, yeah, we fill out what it is that they do. We make sure we don't inundate them or overwhelm them with the information up front and try to get them excited about the service that they come to us for, right? So merchant processing, and then we make sure they know there's other great ways we have to save you money and put more money back in your pocket. So definitely doing that. There were a few other another questions.
I see one here that says, is it debit card and credit card or just credit only? It's debit as well, because it's going to be any MasterCard, Visa, correct me if I'm wrong, anymore?
Any card transaction. Yeah. Discover, I mean, you name it, diners, anything. So any card transaction. Nick, I saw a good one for you. You touched on this. So for people who don't know a ton of business owners, I fall into that category. How do you find opportunities to present this?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. Number one, it's kind of like, if you don't know many business owners, it's kind of like, okay, you got to get out of your house and go meet some business owners, right? This is one of those products that we don't have a problem with you walking into a business with the intent of talking to the owner about this. I mean, we all know that there are B2B teams. In fact, we've had some sign up with us and Viv to actually do this as an offering for their customers. So you can actually walk into any business, talk to the owner, talk to whoever the decision maker is, and talk to them straight away about this. So I would join networking groups. There's lots of online networking groups. I would do that anyways, because guys, you are in network marketing. You're not in not work marketing, right? So I would join network groups and definitely get out there, post on social media. Oh my God, we just launched the best product for businesses I've ever seen in my entire life. Who's a business owner out there? Shoot me a DM. I mean, guys, there's a lot of ways to be able to talk to business owners about this.
Well, I'll tell you what I've done in the past, and this has worked for me. I live in a smaller town, a suburb, and I stay involved with the Chamber of Commerce, and those guys here, tons of business owners, and they allow for other business owners or members of the community. When you join, you can have opportunities to present at breakfast and luncheons and things. And so getting in front of people and talking about our cost savings opportunities, I mean, it to me is a sure way to gauge some interest and get some folks talking to you.
I was just asked if this is available in all 50 states. Yes. this processor actually works outside of the United States too. I didn't just announce that we're going international, so calm down, everybody. Maybe in the future, but
One day.
Yeah, believe me, I want it as bad as you do, but yeah, we are in all 50 states, definitely.
So Nick, do you want to speak on, there's a great question about, if you've already spoken to a few people, how do you update the funnel to reflect the ones that they've signed up or spoken to?
Say that again?
I'm assuming that's a rapid funnel question. The question is, how do you update the funnel to reflect those I already signed up or spoke to?
I think that person might be talking about any of them they might have submitted through the consultation form since Saturday. I'm not sure, because rapid funnel, that was just, that would have directed them to the commercial consultation form, and that's not going to change. So I don't know if that person wants to repeat that question or not.
So there's a good question about the website. Another question about the website asking when we're going to get it updated with regard to how many millions we've saved. I think it shows 10 right now. We're at
14.
over 14, maybe 15 now.
14.
Yeah, great question. We've got so many website enhancements. I mean, you've seen some of them tonight on the commercial side. It took a ton of work from our technical teams to get that stuff moving. It's been in the works for a long time. We've got a really long list of stuff, and that's definitely on it. So, excited to say we've got some good on the marketing side, some updates in that manner that are coming pretty quickly. So we'll be seeing that and some great new materials.
Yeah, definitely. All right, excellent. All right, well, I think we pretty much covered it. And again, guys, just keep in mind, I know all of you are going to have a ton of questions, but your whole mission, your whole goal is to pass them to our partner. Just get them to fill out that enrollment process. It'll take 2 seconds. They don't even have to put any super personal business information in there. Like I said, they don't even have to put the merchant statement in there if they're uncomfortable about doing it right off the bat. Just get them to put this information in and let our partner reach out to them. And then it is completely out of your hands. Don't overcomplicate this. Once you get that lead in, go on to the next. It's that simple, right? And I'll be honest with a lot of you. We've gone through this already with the ERC promotion as well, where a lot of people wanted to know a lot of information. And I'll be honest with you, some people have talked people out of doing it because they're just slamming them with so much info, and it was kind of unnecessary. So what you want to do is you want to give them just enough to pique their interest and then pass the ball, pass them to the experts, right? So same thing here, just give them enough where they're like, yeah, you know what? I definitely want to find out more about that. If that's true, I'm in, right? And that's the point that we want them. That's what our partner is looking for. They're not looking for fully educated prospects to go to them, right? They're looking for people that are like, wow, this sounds pretty cool. If this is true, I'm 100% in. So that's the kind of lead that our partners are looking for. We actually just had a call with them today, and they specified that to us very plainly. So, all right, excellent. So I think that's it, guys. Any important questions we should answer, Tammy? Or I think we might be good.
I think that there are some more coming in. I think a lot of it's going to be answered with some of the materials that we put out. I see some questions on, contracts and how the fees are passed through, those kind of things. We'll get some information out on the site about that pretty quickly.
FAQs, we're going to do FAQs and all that stuff for you guys.
Yeah, FAQs. So, cost wise, with the product, it is, it's a product, and the system is set up to pass through the fees to the customer.
Yep.
And so I think that there's a number of ways that they can do that through how the business transacts, depending on what the services are. Or if there are contracts involved, yes, depending on what the customer wants. And just like anything else, I believe that, fees go down depending on length of contract or services required. If there's any terminal, hardware costs, those kind of things, those are all incremental. That's different. And that's all information that the sales teams will have. Yep.
Yeah, that's between our partner and the client. It's not between the consultant and the client. That's for our partner to decide with the client themselves, right? Not for our partner. Our consultants should not be talking about contracts and all this other, costs and all this other stuff. That's for the experts to be
Yeah,
decided.
absolutely. And there's one resounding question coming up right now, and it's a really good one. It's why us, right? Why do we stand out versus other merchant processing teams? What makes our service better? And the answer to that, and the reason we went with this partner is because they check the box on every single one of the main critical categories that any business is looking for, right? So are our fees lower? Yeah, they get them passed through. If you're paying any fees, we win. Do they offer all of the different terminal types? Absolutely, we do. All 50 states? Yep, we do. PCI compliant? Yes. Back-end reporting that might be needed, to replace what it is they have? Yes. Quick implementation? Yes. US customer service? They do check the boxes on all these things. They have quick processing times. These merchant processors, some have longer processing times than others. Ours is definitely closer to the action where those things are happening quicker. And they explain the technology behind all of this and how they can make these things happen directly to the client from the mouths of the experts. But they definitely have checked every box.
Yeah, that's great. And again, like Tammy said, I just wanted to reiterate this. We look for a company that has a quick turnaround for you guys, right? You don't want it to be sitting in there, having, wondering what's going on with it for weeks, right? The call we had with them today was just like, man, they said something like 48-hour turnaround for some of our clients, like from start to completely finished, right? A 48-hour turnaround. So that's not the expectation. Don't expect it on every single one of them. If it's a more complicated situation, it might take a little bit longer, a couple of days longer, but they're very confident. These guys are super confident in their ability to provide, first-class service for all of your clients. So, okay. All right. Well, I think it was a great session today. Like Tammy said, we're going to be releasing a lot more resources, a lot more things for you guys, but we want you to hit the streets running. Go out there, talk to your businesses, start putting in merchant accounts tonight, guys. If you have one you own a business and you have credit card processing, do your own tonight, right? And then you're going to be able to have that testimonial to go talk to every single one of the business owners that you know as well. So if anybody has any other questions, you can reach out to us or reach out to customer support. We'll get those questions answered, but just stay tuned. Get ready for more resources. The flyer has a lot of the information on it that I've seen a lot of questions come through. I know the answers on the flyer. So just go look up the flyer before you start sending it out. Make sure you read it yourself. So with that, thank you very much, everybody, for hopping on.